Hello, beautiful people. I'm Raish and today I wanted to film a little introduction to my channel and kind of give you guys an idea of what I'm about, who I am, and kind of like where my interests for this channel really come from. I'm a digital illustrator. I went to school. I went to college. I already graduated from college. I graduated from MICA with a BFA in animation, a concentration in illustration, and a minor in creative writing. Pretty much my inspiration behind that, when I was growing up, I was exposed to a lot of anime and a lot of video games and superheroes, and they've always kind of been where my inspiration comes from to just keep going, regardless of like the things that what's the word? Like regardless of the trials and tribulations that get thrown my way in life, superheroes and video games and anime always helped me believe that I can keep going. And pretty much from that, I got into my interest pretty much for excuse me, my interest for animation came from that, and then also I just loved creating imagery of the things I saw in my head. I feel like with illustration, I love the idea of not just describing something to someone, but actually bringing it to life in a picture and be like, I have this idea in my head, but I really want to show you what it looks like. So that's how my love for illustration grew. And with creative writing, it's like I always had these ideas in my head. I always had stories in my head that I wanted to bring to life. So that's how the creative writing kind of came through. When it comes to, and then also like that's where my inspiration for cosplaying comes in. So when it comes to cosplay, like these characters that I love and looked up to, cosplay gave me a way to not just look up to them, but embody those characters, become those characters for myself, and really bring out those energies that I admire in those characters within myself. So I started drawing when I was 5 years old. When I started kindergarten, I remember that there, it was probably like one of our first little like recess moments in kindergarten. You had different things, or we had different things that we could choose from. We could play kitchen, we could play with the blocks, and we could paint. So for me, I decided that I wanted to paint, and I remember vividly that I went over to my little easel. We had like little like really cheap Crayola paint, and I remember that like we had this huge paintbrush, and I remember I picked it up and I just started painting like these little flowers, and I fell in love with drawing from that moment because it just felt so freeing. Like I remember doing it, but I can't really remember like what was going through my head in terms of like if I already knew I wanted to draw flowers or if I had an idea of flowers in my head. But I think as soon as I picked up the paintbrush and the paint, like I kind of just knew what to do with it, and I manifested a flower from that. And ever since that day, I've been drawing, and it's always been something that brings me a level of peace. Like I do have these moments when I'm drawing where I'm overthinking a bunch of things, and I'm thinking, is the composition right? Are the colors right? But there's this moment where I really hone in on or focus in on that what I'm just the motions of it. So it's like I'm not even thinking anymore. It's just my hand knows naturally what to do to capture what I'm going for. And that's pretty much how I fell in love with art. And I've always been very introvert and shy into myself, so it was very easy for me to express myself through pictures, through clothes, through makeup. So It wasn't until I went to college that I got into makeup. I haven't had any like makeup classes or gone to any makeup classes or anything like that. Pretty much all of what I know is from experience with myself and watching makeup tutorials. So, makeup tutorials have definitely helped me really figure out like how to do my makeup, and I remembered I just watched a bunch of them. Crispy was one of the first makeup artists or beauty influencers. I'm not sure if she does makeup specifically for other people, but she was one of the first influencers that I watched, and I remember her just saying little things like, "Oh, like hold the brush like this, and it'll naturally blend out the eyeshadow for you." So it's like that has always been the way that I learned how to do makeup, and like everyone, we start somewhere, and I started in a very awkward place. My eyeshadow was not blended. The colors just it was. I started somewhere, so I wasn't always the best at makeup, but I've definitely grown to a place now where I know a decent amount to really get different looks. Um, and also with clothes, like the same thing. I always love dressing up. Like even if there wasn't a reason to, like naturally I loved kind of just expressing myself through clothes. Like I dressed the way I felt as opposed to for the occasion. So it's like if I woke up and I felt happy, I'd probably wear bright colors, or if I was feeling down, I'd probably do like a smoky eye and wear all black. It's like clothes, makeup, and art has always been a way for me to express myself. And honestly, it's not until recently that I'm really learning how to articulate myself with words. And I say that because I'm sure there's a lot of us out there like this, but it's like I grew up in kind of surrounded by a group of people who everybody wanted, like specifically in school, like when you're in middle school and going into high school, it's like everybody is just throwing words out. Like everybody wants to say something, everybody has something to say. And I've always been the person to only say something if I knew it would help. Like I've always been the watcher, I've always been the person to observe and watch mannerisms. So I feel like now I'm at a point in my life where I really know how to really articulate myself. And the thing I also love about doing YouTube videos is it gives me an opportunity to really express myself in a way that, like, there's nobody here to cut me off. There's nobody here to say, well, you should have said it that way. It's like I've always been surrounded by people who either cut me off or correct what I'm saying. So it's like my base chakra is all over the place. So this is definitely something I'm looking forward to when it comes to growing more into who I am, and I'm really looking forward to this journey with you guys, and just being able to express myself on a platform and really show you guys what I'm about. And yeah. When it comes to the content that I plan on putting out on this channel, at this point, I love mukbangs, so I'm definitely going to be doing mukbangs. I'm definitely going to be doing makeup tutorials, probably vlogs here and there. But pretty much, as I was talking to you guys about, like, or as I was saying before about all my interests, I definitely want to incorporate everything I'm interested into right here on this platform. So I'm definitely gonna want to be sharing with you guys, like, anything I do to work on my cosplays, anything regarding, like, maybe even if I can get, like, some convention footage, I'll share that with you guys. But pretty much, like, the most important thing to me is peace, love, and enlightenment. And by that, I mean, I always want to put out a message that either brings peace, that spreads love, or brings enlightenment, awareness to things. As humans, we encounter different interactions with different people, and those interactions really affect the way we go about our day. For example, I may be at work one day and I may end up dealing with a customer who's angry, and then I take offense because I know I didn't do anything wrong, but they're attacking me or being really harmful and hateful towards me because they didn't get a discount. And then after they leave, I'm pissed off. And then because I'm pissed off, I start treating my coworkers and the customers that I interact with after that differently. So, in terms of how I would bring enlightenment to that situation, is if you have an awareness of yourself and you're aware of the type of person you are, and you know that you didn't do anything wrong, you know that you don't have to prove anything because you didn't do anything wrong, and also you can look at the person who is approaching you with that negative energy as, wow, like, there's something going on with you, meaning you're in a painful state right now, and that's why you're acting that way towards me. So the only thing I can do is put love into this conversation, be kind to you, be nice to you. And if you continue to disrespect me, that's fine. But I'm not going to allow you to literally pass that energy to me and then for myself to become another person who's passing that energy out to the customers I interact with after that or to the coworkers that I work with. And that's pretty much the type of things I want to discuss on this channel. I think in my mukbangs, or even if I'm doing a get ready with me, I think those would be really good times for me to kind of talk to you guys about life lessons, if you will, and learning how to deal with situations like that and just giving out useful information, because sometimes I just feel like there isn't enough, and if there is, it's in books. I remember someone once said to me that the things that, I forgot how he worded it, but he said the things that people want to hide from others are usually written in a book. It's like how often do you sit down with your friends and actually say, like, how are you doing? Not how are you doing, like, how are you doing today? How are you doing in life? How are you taking care of your mental health? How are you taking care of your physical health? Have you been eating healthier? It's like we don't have enough conversations with each other about what we're feeling and how to turn it or transmute it into something nurturing or helpful for ourselves. And I really want to use this channel to always be talking about something, like I said, going back to peace, love, enlightenment. Like, I always want to be putting out some type of message where you guys watch my videos and you're getting something from it, you know, whether it's learning how to do makeup, learning how to do a cosplay, learning how to life. You know, I always want there to be something on this channel that you guys get from it. And that's also a very big part of my artwork. My art is always about spreading those things. It's always around those ideas. And pretty much that's the content that I have planned for you guys, and you guys are just gonna have to wait and see, and I'm also gonna have to wait and see because this is gonna be quite a ride. But I look forward to making more videos for you guys and interacting with you guys through comments and reaching out to you guys, and I really hope that there's something that you guys can take away from my videos that will really help you in your life and help spread peace, love, and enlightenment. So with that being said, I'm about to film another video for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Bless up, and sending out much peace, love, and enlightenment. Bye, guys.